Hello, everyone. I'm popping in for a Momentum Monday moment. And the thought for today is when it's your turn. When it's your turn. Everybody wants patience, grace, consideration, kindness, understanding when it's their turn. Their turn for what, you might ask? I was in the store earlier and I realized that I didn't bring my wallet in the store. So I've been doing this thing where instead of taking my whole bag out into the grocery store or wherever I need to go, I've just been having my wallet in my backpack and just taking out my wallet. Well, in my efforts to travel light, I ended up having two phones and no wallet with me. So I get to the register. I actually go through a regular register this time instead of a self checkout. And literally, as soon as I put my phone down on the card machine to use Apple Pay, my phone died. And so some people have gotten behind me in the checkout line. And it's interesting because I literally never see people in that checkout line. But just because I was over there today, a line had formed behind me. Meanwhile, there were plenty of self checkouts open, so I'm not sure exactly why. I'm thinking maybe because maybe there's usually no one even standing there, but I went over there even though no one was there because I was going to leave my buggy there and go run in the car to get my wallet. But when they saw someone coming out, I was going to tell the lady, like, ma'am, I need to leave my buggy here and run and go get my wallet. But then a line formed behind me, so I decided to just use Apple Pay, but I couldn't use it. So I could tell the people behind me they was about to have an attitude. And the people behind them, oh, even worse. But it wasn't an issue at all because the cashier was able to just suspend the transaction and continue on. She didn't have to wait for me to do anything but walk out of the line. So when I came back, she still had my things and she said, okay, I'll take you next, because she was ringing up the people that were behind me. And while I was waiting for them, I had no qualms. I was cool, calm, collected. But the people behind the people who were being rung up at the time, which were the people who were behind me when I was still in the line, oh, those people had a nasty attitude. I'm talking about huffing and puffing and rolling their eyes and some of everything because it was two people, they were together, but they decided to split the transaction in for another person to get like the second set of things. And all of this really only added a few more seconds, maybe another minute and a half to the transaction. But the people behind them were just like fuming. And I thought about how while I was waiting for my turn, because I knew I would be next, I thought about how everyone wants patience when it's their turn. So I could feel the people behind me breathing down my neck. I could see the side eyes from them. But by the time I left and came back, it was their turn to have something to happen to make their transaction take a little longer. And the people behind them were being super rude. And so it just made me think, in those times where we want to let impatience get the best of us, because I know a lot of times stuff happens at the most inopportune time. You're in a hurry, you're tired, it's after work. But the reality is, most of the people around you are experiencing the same thing. Most times when people experience something that happens in the line that will cause the line to be held up, half the time, people be embarrassed because they don't have the money or they brought the wrong card or whatever. I've grown to just not be embarrassed about stuff like that because I'm human. And I didn't realize I didn't have my wallet and my phone died. So those are things that happen. I've been at work all day. I haven't charged my phone. I hadn't charged my phone since probably in the middle of the night last night or early this morning. So stuff happens. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, you want patience, you want kindness, you want respect, you want people to be understanding. So just remember that. That's the thought. When it's your turn, you want what you want. So remember that. When you get ready to be upset and irritated and annoyed, remember that you want patience when it's your turn.